So now, what is President Obama going to do? Is he going to move to the right as Republicans want him to, or is he going to be even more feisty and aggressive? Well, there's some exclusive reporting this morning that suggests the latter, that the president, that the White House, they have decided to be more aggressive and more feisty in taking on Republicans. Talking Points Memo senior reporter Christina Bellantoni joins us with new information and the new details. Christina.
Good morning, David.
So tell us, add to this, there's every indication the president's going to be more aggressive. What have you learned about how he's going to try and do it?
Well, you're already hearing a lot of that this morning from David Axelrod and Robert Gibbs, who are on the last hour. They're basically saying that the American people want to see the health care system reformed, and they've gotten this far. The bills are 90% similar. This has been kind of a current Democratic refrain for a while, and that's what President Obama is going to get out there and do. He's going to make the case for this. But the political calculation is difficult now. I mean, certainly you have what happened in Massachusetts, but you also have the reaction of progressive Democrats who are calling for action in one way, and conservative Democrats who are now saying, hey, let's hold off a little bit and pay attention to what happened in Massachusetts. And you're reporting that the president's actually going to go on the road and try to make this case? Yeah, well, he certainly has said that he's going to campaign on the health care bill once it passes. You know, a lot of Republicans are saying that the Democrats want to kind of move on from health care and just focus on jobs, and you're going to see that a lot from the White House. But really, you're going to see them go after and say, what have Republicans proposed? The Republicans that are running against our Democratic candidates are saying to go back to what we had under President George W. Bush. Part of the problem with this is President Bush has been out of office now for a year today, and I think that Democrats are going to have more and more trouble just pointing back to what he did under his administration. President Obama is going to need to campaign on achievement, which is why you're seeing labor officials and progressive Democrats saying, pass this, show some results, and that's what we're going to be able to campaign on in the fall.
And of course, here's what David Axelrod and Robert Gibbs said on that very point as far as results and as far as showing progress in things like health care and the economy. Here's what they said this morning. Watch.
I think the main thing that we saw in Massachusetts was the same sense of concern on the part of middle-class folks about the economic situation, about their wages being stagnant, about jobs being lost.
That same sort of anger and frustration that the president saw when he traveled in Iowa and throughout this country for more than 2 years is still very pervasive today. I think that's what we saw most of all coming out of Massachusetts.
And of course, when you hear them talk about, Christina, anger and frustration, that gets to the populism that it seems the White House new message is going to revolve around. But in any case, Christina Bellantoni with TalkingPointsMemo.com. Christina, great stuff as always. Thank you.
Thanks. Have a great day.
And developing